back to the Ascendant Lands. Last time we left off, you had managed to have a nice little baking session, get some good cooking in there, get over a hangover or two, and go out into the realm and chat up a few more people, bits and pieces, and then come back, have a bit of fun. And now you are preparing yourselves to go back out into the realm on this bright new morning, with some of you wanting to go speak to the high priest of Helm, some of you wanting to go speak to Gel, Bonebelly, about different information spheres that you want to talk about. And I did promise that there would be a certain message from a certain family member. So you guys are preparing to leave, and right before you're deciding to leave, Nadia, you get a message from your brother, and it goes like this. Nadia, we've found a circle. It matches your description, and Arg's going to come and verify if things. And I thought I'd let you know.
Now just going to turn to everybody else, says they found a circle.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's good. Do we do anything about it?
That's great.
Not yet.
Oh.
I don't think. I was going to go and have a look at it. She's going to send a message back like, awesome news. Let me know what happens with it. And be careful.
I will. Arg said he'll be here by today. So hopefully by tomorrow, we can destroy this thing and keep trying to find more.
I mean, hold up, time out. Should we go? I feel like, I don't know, should we go?
I mean, what?
Last time we saw one of these teleportation circles with the eye and everything, big demons were coming out of it.
I'm sure Arg can,
I mean, yeah, of course, Arg can handle it. I'm not saying
I mean,
Arg can't handle it, but I'm just wondering.
I mean, Arg is like the mage of blowing shit up, so I think,
It's true.
he'd probably be all right. And I would imagine someone of Arg's stature would, move around with some kind of protection.
I mean, the last one we found was being actively used. This one was just created by the same person, we think, and is not being actively used because I reckon my tribe would have noticed if there were like a whole stack of demons around.
And I'm
Because
sure.
a whole stack of demons is generally a pretty noticeable thing to have in the neighbourhood.
And plus, Nathaniel would obviously see it was occupied by demons and would inform.
And yeah,
Arg.
would hopefully have run the fuck away and let somebody know.
No,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, that would have happened. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm just, yeah, that's fine. Yep.
I mean, we can ask. Do you want us to come in case
No,
loads of demons
no,
suddenly turn up?
If you guys don't think we should go, we won't
I'm
go.
not going to say no to us going down there.
We kind of have our own demon to deal with,
Yeah, no, I know. I guess I'm maybe.
Been a little paranoid?
I just,
I
yeah.
can't fault you've been a little paranoid.
Well, it's not just that, This is a theory, and it's going somewhere. I'm curious. I'm a little curious.
Yeah,
But
I'm definitely curious.
they'll tell us everything they find. It's fine.
Did he? Is it possible for him to describe like the ID in case we do need to go for some reason, or would I have to like see it myself?
Well, I don't. That's what I was wondering. So I guess if we wanted to go there, what we'd have to do is we would
We'd have to go to the
teleport
nearest
to
city.
Arg, and then Arg would teleport
We
with
could
us
just
there.
teleport to Arg.
As in, I could
Oh.
teleport there, but I haven't seen the ID. I don't know if he could describe it well enough for me to see.
I don't know.
I think
Oh, I
that's
think you'd
I don't
have
think
to
that's how
see
that
it.
works.
You could,
No, it's
You
fine.
can go to Arg City, right? I think that's just up the road, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so what we'd have to do is we'd have to teleport to Arg, then Arg would have to collectively take us there.
Oh, I get you.
I
Where
think-
are we?
Or
at the
we
moment
just
again?
have to teleport to that city and then just fucking walk.
And then,
Mm.
yeah, trudge.
Yeah.
We're
But
still
we
in.
wouldn't know where we were going.
I was more thinking like if Arg sends us like an SOS, like could we get there quick? But
Not like instantly.
I was
No.
like, no.
No.
yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
I don't know. How does like your teleportation magic work? Can you teleport to a person that you know really
Teleport
well?
to a ring, haven't you?
I have to go to a ring. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the spell
Um,
teleport would do that, but teleportation circle is only fixed places.
Huh.
I think
That's
Talari's
good
right. I
shit,
think.
isn't it?
Hey,
crap.
hey, whoa.
Well, this
I
is
worked
where
hard
this.
to learn this
No,
Well,
one.
this
no,
is
no, no, no,
this is
not on you, Krusk. I'm just saying, like, for magic, that's pretty shit.
well, this is where Rug's Krusk's rug idea comes in.
Oh yeah,
have
so
a-
you can
you have a
carry the
thing,
flipping
you know?
teleportation
Oh, yeah.
rug around with you.
I totally forgot about that, but yeah, that was the reason why.
Why
I
did you
mean, yeah, no,
remind
that
him?
was. I feel like someone would probably sell that somewhere.
Honestly, I'm amazed people don't do this already.
I don't know if you can do it on
Mobile
something that moves.
teleportation circles, MTCs.
You could set up a multi-million gold piece, like enterprise, from that.
Yeah,
I
I
could
feel
just
like
ask if they want us to turn up, just in case somebody objects to them poking around their circle.
by the way,
I
guys,
mean,
don't
I
tell
think
anyone about my rug idea.
I honestly think the better name would be NFT. Non-fixed
Oh my
teleportation.
god,
That's
no.
pretty cool. Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah.
NFT. That
Yeah.
works pretty well. I
It's
bet
very
that would make loads of
It's
money.
very catchy. It's very catchy.
It's
Yeah,
got a
no, it
ring to
sounds
it.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like it.
I like it.
Krusk is shaking his head.
Don't, Krusk, don't worry. You know, you're in a safe space. It's your patent or whatever. You keep it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
please don't tell
can't let
anyone.
this get out. It could be
This
black
is
market.
should be good
NFT.
funding for the JC later.
Yeah.
The future JC.
Nadia's just doing a massive face palm. Do you want me to ask them if we should come, just in case demons come like popping
If
out
if
of it or
if
not?
everybody thinks they're gonna be okay,
We're not
I'm
the only
okay.
You've
person.
made me paranoid now.
We're not the only people that can kill demons.
that's true.
I think Arg will be okay.
Arg dropped meteors on fields of undead. Remember this.
Right. But along with not wanting my brother to be attacked by demons, I don't want anybody to drop a fucking meteor on him either.
Oh no, Arg's got things I'm sure to.
He's a smart guy,
Just
Arg.
saying.
Yeah, no, I distinctly remember Ark saying, "I'll try to avoid you."
That's not a phrase that inspires anyone with confidence.
No, but like he had like a magical way to try and avoid you or something.
I wouldn't put it past him. If
It's probably something he would.
if you're
do.
if you're
Drop a
raining
meteor.
fire and death on people, you probably have a way to like not hit. Your
Yeah,
allies.
he's,
Hit you,
he's a smart guy. You don't think he'd just kill his entire infantry if he was in battle or anything.
You'd like to
Anyway,
think
we
so
thought
anyway.
about this too much. It's great news that they found this teleportation circle.
Yeah, I think we need to focus on our own demons.
Yeah, we've got a lot of thinking
Yeah,
and
we've got a lot on our
research to
plate,
do anyway.
So if I remember the plan, Krusk and Thoradin are going to go speak to Gel, and the rest of us are going to go speak to the head priest of Helm. Right?
Well,
Think so.
I didn't decide where I was going to go yet, so I can
Ah.
go with Thoradin and Krusk.
Okay.
Yeah, we may need some help with Gel because he's been pushing me for favors. If we want this potential information, we may potentially look into getting a favor off of us.
What kind of favor? Like a
Well,
like
I
a
don't know.
good favor,
He
or-
could call on the JC whenever he wants, but I'm scared about letting the JC owe him a favor.
Good gut feeling, Thoradin. Proud of you.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah. Don't
I
feel
don't
good
want you
about
all
that.
to get wrapped up in it. If it's just me that could owe him a favor, that's the
Okay,
ideal.
then for that reason, I'm going to go with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's probably best.
Wait a minute. Who's going to talk to the Helm Priest now? Me and
Me and you, Nadia.
Talari.
Oh, Talari. Okay.
Yeah.
Nadia looks a
Like-
little bit doubtful about this. Then again,
I mean, we could always wait. I suppose there's no. I mean, there's no appointment, to see the priest. We could always wait until they're finished with Gel and then go together.
Or you could come with us to go.
Would we? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know what your setup is. Do we all fit in whatever space you're doing?
Yeah,
this
it's
in?
like
Like,
a,
how
it's
do you
like a
talk? Is it a
private room.
tiny alleyway?
No, it's just a like tiny little device we can speak through.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But we can all be in the room together.
I mean, it probably
Okay.
would. I mean, if this individual is trying to claim favors, then I suppose it would make sense for us all to be there, so we can
Yeah,
decide
I
as a
don't
group.
agree.
You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
because we don't really want Krusk agreeing to anything on our behalf either.
Nope. No offense.
I would
No,
never,
no offense, Krusk.
raise the reputation of the JC.
Okay.
As
So do
as
we
an
want to?
important member of the JC, I have a feeling you'd feel obliged for certain requests. So I just want to be there to,
Bring
Yeah,
you
no,
in?
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? When are we supposed to be talking to this person? Should we go and talk to the Helm priest first?
Oh yes, do you have an appointment time slot
For
we
me, it
getting
was
late?
the
for Gel?
morning.
For Gel.
I think it was the morning. Is it Matt? Yeah.
Then I guess Gel first and priest after, because
I was going to say, I think giving the priest time for our conversation is probably best.
aren't they normally
Alright.
busy in the mornings doing
Don't ask me.
Paperwork,
something? I don't know.
so many letters,
Yes.
mail, just a problem.
Do people send prayers via letters now?
I don't know.
I don't know what the
I think when I think of busy people, I think of stacks of letters.
I just don't,
and
I don't know what the
documents.
I don't know what the young people do nowadays. I bet they don't just do it. They just can't be bothered and just send letters in.
They probably have a bunch of sending stones. They
Mm.
just
Don't even talk and go there in person anymore.
silly.
Kids nowadays and they're sending stones.
I know, it's just terrible. That's a problem with magic. You see, it makes people lazy. They don't do it like the old-fashioned ways.
Okay, so
Oh, dear.
all of you are going to the broken mangonel. I'm gonna say that sounds
Yeah.
right.
That sounds
Okay.
about
That
right.
sounds about right. Yeah.
That's right. So you arrive. So you leave the house. You're outside the city gates as you were when you entered the house after your scrying on Aloysius. It's still like a bit later that morning, and you go to the broken mangonel. You see Anthurium Purple Wind. Sat at his usual spot, and there's a few more of you here, ain't there?
Yeah, here to show
Hello,
our,
hello.
our support, and assistance and so on and so forth.
You probably know who we all are by now.
I'm in my cape below, just in case he doesn't know.
And it billows dramatically. Yeah, I can make a few educated guesses. All right, it's cost still the same, 20 gold per hour to get on the blower, and
What about the blower?
Blower.
The blower.
Yeah, we all want to
Blower.
go on that blower.
I've never. What's a blower?
Is that
Oh,
like the
well.
thing they use in the forges to like?
That's a
Do the fi-
bellows, Talari.
Well, it blows, doesn't it? When you
I think
you're
you're
push
right,
it.
Larry. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
You-
it's a blower.
Oh. I can't think what else it could be here.
Exactly. It blows.
well, let's just follow me. And Ethereum flies away, expecting you to follow him,
I didn't
assuming you've paid the
answer
uh,
my question.
power.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I'll pay the 20.
What the fuck is a blower?
Wait, what is a
Look,
blower?
okay, no weird questions, and don't.
I don't think it's
give
a
off
weird
too much
question.
information.
He
Why
says
is it
it.
a
He said
weird
he called.
question?
He.
It
I.
seems
Look,
like
it's
it's
a
something
device
I
we
should
can
know.
talk.
Yeah, but he identifies
Okay.
something with a brand new word, that we've never heard before. We ask him what it is, and he walks off. And he
So
expects
I'm-
us to go in a room
Well,
with
he-
this thing.
Flies off.
I've used many blows in my time. Okay, this is fine. It's just a natural thing.
Okay, then Thoradin, what is a blower?
So
Completely just
communication
winded us up at
device.
this point.
What, like a sending stone?
Different.
Different to a sending stone.
Right.
Different but
follow?
similar. Anyway.
If you follow Ethereum,
I still feel confused. I don't know about
Yes, I
anybody
guess we
else.
will follow Ethereum. Fucking rude, God.
you follow Ethereum to a side room, and in there is so you walk through a set of curtains, and on a round table is a tankard with a little bit of string attached, and around the table is enough chairs for everybody to sit.
So where's
Um,
the blower then?
You're looking at it.
What, the chair?
No.
Sit down.
Tankard.
All peoples who's touching the blower can hear and speak to the other person on the other side of the blower.
So we touch the chair.
We all blow at the same time.
What?
The thing in the middle, the blower.
That's just a tankard.
It's a blower.
That's what a blower is.
I feel like this
You-
is one of kind of those fucked up magic things that you talk about, Talari, that I
mean,
don't
this is-
really
I've nev-
understand,
I've
but you just
never-
have to do it anyway.
I've never heard of anything like this. This is new to me. Well, I'm curious to see what it does.
You're welcome to step aside and not do it. But if you're touching the blower, you better hear the other person on the other side of the blower, who's also on their own blower to then communicate to you
I see.
back and forth.
Hmm.
Like you're almost
Cool.
hearing now.
Well, I guess we give it a try. Maybe it's safe enough for Thoradin. Should be all right.
That's true. You
Then again, he has
survived this one.
he has his hands, so I don't know whether that makes him immune to.
You guys are safe. You have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
On my honor, on my reputation as who I am, Anthurium Purplewind, I swear you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I don't think I've heard
Alright.
of you though.
Oh, yeah. So Talari's just like looking around, going, "Has anyone actually heard of him?" Like, I haven't heard of him.
No.
Yeah, just nod, shake of heads.
No.
It's like,
Or didn't you heard of this guy before? Or...
Yeah, I've worked with him before. Well, not worked with him. He knows people.
That magical talking thing ain't that complicated, guys.
It's just I've never heard
If
of
I
it before.
pick the tankard up, Matt, does it actually have a string dangling off the bottom?
it does. And when you touch it, the string points in the roughly south direction.
And it apparently is a tankard on a piece of string, which isn't very threatening.
I just don't think his word is worth that much, to be honest, because I haven't heard of him.
That's very rude, Krusk.
I'm just saying he stakes his reputation, and none of us have heard.
Is that a bad
Yeah.
thing or a good thing though? Because
Krusk.
maybe
Yeah,
he's
give
secretive,
it-
so
Yeah,
you don't know
no,
about.
Krusk, let's be honest. The thing about what we're talking about is getting information and that kind of thing. The fact you haven't heard of it is probably a good shout, really.
Seems self-defeating. Like you've staked something on your reputation, but
Your
then
reputation is nobody knows what you.
yeah, that's a
I
weird
think
reputation.
we're overthinking this again. I think I'm overthinking this again. Are we talking to this person or not?
You're welcome to
Sure,
leave.
sure.
I'm
No,
Oh,
the
is he
deposit
still-
we're
still
interested.
stands either you stay here or not.
I'm just very confused, but
Are
I'm
we talking
totally
to this
up
person
for
or
it.
not?
Yeah, fine.
Daddy is going to hand the tankard on a string to Thoradin.
Remember,
I think we all have to touch it.
everyone touching the tankard can hear and speak to the vessel on the other side.
Just
Right.
finger.
Yeah,
best-
just
Yeah,
like-
Talari's trying to find a spot that nobody else is touching, probably like on the
Yeah, which you can stay away from the
Yeah.
rest of us weirdos.
yeah.
Vessel up, and Ethereum leaves.
Okay, now
Daddy's
So-
100% not taking this seriously.
So, do all of you touch the tankard?
in some kind of
Yeah.
form, yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
I think most
some
of us are
fashion.
just poking it at this point.
I'm taking the handle.
That's fine. Cool. So, with the string pointed in a southerly direction, you do hear what sounds to be like a koboldish voice on the other side. Thoradin, how's it going? Long time no speak.
Hello. Oh, I told you we'd be back. I'll be back.
So you did.
I just
Get on
take
my
my
man.
finger off for a second and go, that is fucking weird.
Yeah, this doesn't even blow any air out. It doesn't do any kind of blowing. I don't understand this
No,
name
no, no,
whatsoever.
He's going on the other side to talk to us.
But does that mean we have to blow into? Oh, it's too confusing.
I feel like
I just
what
want to
Thoradin goes through.
put the finger back on.
Yeah, Thoradin's just talking normally into it.
Already, you got to blow.
Shakes his head. Gel, listen. We are after a bit more information. You're a man, very informative man. Well, I say we. You are in the presence of on the blower, the JC, and
Hi.
Hello.
Oh,
yeah, you
hi.
can introduce yourselves.
Hello. I'm
Hi, we're the JC. Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Krusk. I'm Krusk. I'm a part of the JC.
Krusk. No names.
I'm someone else. I'm not Krusk.
I
But
am
I'm still part of the JC.
I am the
So fucking bad at this.
I'm the JC's healer person.
Now everyone knows who you are too.
Just said I'm the healer person. I didn't say my name.
My
Yeah,
name
well, it's-
is Rusk. I'm someone else.
Guys, can you not?
Rusk.
He's gonna know who you are anyway.
No, I'm not
Look, if they
Krusk.
don't know who we are, they are the world's shittiest intelligence at this
Okay,
point.
fuck this. I'm Tori, that's Nadia. Krusk is the dude you
You're
just heard about.
Deszeldmiir!
Talari is the other person, and
You forgot
no,
your
I'm
own
no,
name.
I'm Turi. I'm Turi. That's how he'd recognize me.
I see. Ah.
Okay. So, nice to meet you all. I am Gel Bonebelly. Play be a service to you. What do you want to know? And I'll tell you its cost. If you don't like the cost, you can bugger off. Simple as simple does. What do you need?
Oh, I'm sorry, Thoradin. I thought you were taking the lead
Yeah,
on
Forrest,
this.
I thought you were going to answer this question.
Oh wait, I don't know what questions we want to ask.
Oh my god. I mean,
Is it
OC,
like-
it's been
I don't
2
have
weeks.
anything written down.
Sorry, can
yeah,
you just hold a minute, please?
OC, it's been 2 weeks. Should we pause for a sec and remind ourselves what we
Yeah.
actually wanted to talk to the guy
I-
about?
I feel
it.
like we wanted to.
So it was to do with Nulith always being with
Oh yeah.
Is
Bale.
Nulith always with Bale? Bale always with Nulith? It seems like they're not.
Categorically no.
I think we're gonna have to kill Nulith. Get the key.
I suppose
Is
is
there
there a
any-
way to like separate the two? For sure.
Yeah.
Like there's a surefire way of doing that.
And do we know for sure if the key's in the thing? The house.
Yeah, can we get
I don't know.
can he get a better eye on like following her and seeing if he can find the key or not the key, the documents. The plan.
Oh yeah. So we may not have to go into the house.
Yeah. Basically can Gel do some recon for us and what's it worth?
Yeah. Or even at the worst case, like, could he? Because if he met Aloysius separated from a Neolith, it could just be that if Gel presents himself as someone who has information, that could also, again, separate the two. And we could give him some believable information.
I think the main thing is, can he do some recon for us and how much is it going to cost?
Gel, my friend, we need some high sensitive information. Last time we were speaking about Neolith, and well, we know she has a interdimensional house. You know, we were speaking about potentially getting some incriminating information on her. We need a kind of, I don't know how far stretching your network is. We need a tail on Neolith. We need to know her movements, where these documents could be. Yeah.
Where her demon bodyguard is.
Yeah, and if this Bale is with her hand in hand 24/7, are there moments that he goes his separate ways for a few hours? We kind of need those routines, those timings.
All right. May I ask, for what reason do you guys want this so sensitive and delectable piece of sets of information?
Hasn't Thoradin already told you we want to get hold of these documents? Knowing where the person who presumably holds them is very useful when you want to know where the thing they've got is.
It's true. So, you want to know the best way, or at least the best time to get the goods, right?
Yeah.
You want to get them yourself?
Depends how difficult they are to get.
Yeah, depending on location, guards, whatever.
If a professional can get it for us, then we'd be open to that as well.
Professional might, but I think no matter what, you require some participation.
Like,
Well, say a really good thief managed to get into Nualet's house, managed to steal Nualet's belongings, and get out alive.
mhm,
There is and let's be real, still wants to hand over said goods to us, or me, then you by proxy. Then there is as I'm sure we all are aware, a rather large, intimidating, inevitable thing standing in the way. And no good trick goes without leaving someone out of the room. And that person that has to stay out of the room is the one and the only.
so basically,
Yeah.
if we deal with the demon, you can arrange someone to get the documents.
I can, with fairly good certainty, could yes.
And this thief of yours would be willing to part with this document. They're trustworthy enough?
The right price, yes. As is everybody.
Okay, I have a question. How long do you think this thief would need? Or does the certain someone need to be out of the picture forever?
I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Well, forever is a pretty price in its own. If you could do forever, it should be done faster. If it could be done temporarily, then perhaps there's risk of needing a finite window. You see, the return is often the deadliest time. All those prying eyes, sees all layers.
To spend if you shank a demon, don't you have to spend ages getting themselves back together in the arse end of hell or something?
Well, unless you hit them with your axe, yes.
Yeah, but that's not a guaranteed shot.
No,
No.
it's not guaranteed. But it's a damn
It's
good
a
effort.
possibility, but I'm saying, assuming they just get shanked in the regular way, don't they have to spend ages piecing themselves back together in the arse end of hell somewhere? Meaning they're unlikely to ping back in on us 5 minutes after we stab them. Or, were they,
Doubtful, but it
or
could
is this
be.
one special or something?
It could be the next day. I don't know.
I mean, unless I manage to banish this one, but I'm pretty sure they can at least use magic to counter it if need be, for a finite amount of
Or
turns.
just, stomp back round to the nearest way in and
Yeah,
pop back up again.
teleportation circle, something.
Yeah.
Besides, none of these questions were actually addressed to you. I was asking the person on the other end of the line. Gale? If we shank them, are they likely to pop back up in the next 5 minutes?
Falling shank. As in,
Apply a large amount of lethal force via some kind of weaponry.
Dead, dead, dead. Like
If I
Destroyed
stab them
on
through the heart,
material plane,
or
dead.
cut their head off, or, I don't know, fire an arrow into their eye, or something of that nature.
Okay, I get the image. I get the image.
Yeah.
So, in my experience, if a demon was to be summoned and then die,
Oh, they just go poof, don't they?
they go puff. But
And then they can
if a
just pop
demon
back up whenever they like.
arrives and
Uh,
then dies,
they need
then
to spend forever getting themselves back together.
they start at the bottom and make their way up to the top,
Ah,
unless
do you
helped by.
know? Do you know if he's summoned, or do you know if he's actually here?
That is something I am willing to ascertain.
Well, because it would make a heck of a lot of difference in the whole how long we've got if we're fighting him.
I am aware.
So I suggest, yeah, if we find this information out, we can plan accordingly, and then from there we
So we act as a big
Occupy.
distraction.
Mhm.
You send somebody else in to get the information we want. Hopefully nobody dies other than the enemy. We pay loads of money, and they give us the thing we want.
Well, money is not the only way things can be exchanged.
We make
Prices,
some kind of payment then.
yes, in many ways, yes. Essentially, that is the sum of the transactions at hand.
Sorry, so if we kill the demon, he'll
Heard
get the
worse
key for us,
ideas.
basically, right?
They'll get the documents for us.
How do we get the demon on its own? Has he told us that?
So
We go
getting-
to the walls of Bane City. We shout, "Hey, I'm a great big distraction," and see if he looks.
Because the demon follows the priest around, or is near the priest at least, we know, right?
That's true. A lot of the time, Bale does exist in the vicinity of New Elith,
Okay.
but
Sometimes he does.
for the right reasons, he does pursue his own pleasures.
Interesting.
Okay. What kind of reasons? Oh, okay.
No,
That comes
tell
when
it.
we pay. Okay. All right. But I guess in essence, he does have a way for us to get to the demon on its own. So that's good.
Well, so we do know that he met Aloysius on his own.
Okay.
So
that's OC or IC.
finger off.
Yeah. Don't say all that
Important,
stuff.
important remark to be.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Finger off. Yeah.
Yeah, hold your hand up if
Yeah,
you
I
don't
should.
want
I need to.
anyone
Yeah, I
hear
need to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Aloysius. He did it in Aloysius, so I would imagine some kind of dodgy dealing under the table, shady, dark stuff will do it.
That's true, but the first question is how do we get the? We need to get a message to them to do such a thing.
And how? I mean, unless we go in and declare our surrender.
I'm going to press on the mug again. Gil, how good are you with staging and interaction? Obviously, Bale has his own contacts and information gatherers and such. If he were interested in us nearing the city, perhaps that would draw him out.
I would agree it could. My impression of Bale is that he's not been really that interested in you.
Hmm.
But you
What
do
is
have
he
some
interested
idea
in?
of what would make him interested, right?
Yes.
I have a sinking feeling I'm going to be bait.
Or at least one of us is going to be.
I have a feeling probably all of us are going to be bait.
Ah, yeah, but there's bait and then there's bait.
I really don't understand what that
Well,
bait
Some of
is.
the
Just
bait, some of the bait has
hand
to
off the
hang.
mug. Bait is just bait, right? Like,
Yeah, Nadia will also take her hand off
Intentional
so
one,
as to have an
intentional.
argue with Desi. No. Some bait has to hang around looking bait-ish, right? And some bait gets to be less right out in the middle of things.
well, yeah, no. Well, obviously, You or I could be bait because I can run really fast and you can take a lot of hits into the face. It's
Oh, I was just thinking, you know. Oh, never mind.
I mean, if we wanted bait, the group's healer is probably the most. Like,
Yeah, everyone loves stabbing you, don't they, Talari?
well, unfortunately, yes, they do seem to enjoy that. Yes.
uh,
But if
we're
if
talking
any
about
singular person was going to be bait in this team, unfortunately, that would be me.
also unfortunately this demon devil whatever has obviously been here a while, been a bodyguard to a high priest, and probably is quite strategically mined. The minute he knows what you are, uh, um,
It would draw him out, though.
oh, it
We can
would.
have
I'm
this
not sure I'm
debate
willing to risk
later,
it though.
once we know what we're potentially risking.
Right.
Okay, Gil, what's the deal? You set this up. We have a thief in place. We are the distraction, maybe a permanent one. What do you get out of this?
Satisfaction is its own just reward.
Presumably, you're not doing it for the satisfaction by itself, though.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Hmm. I really want to insight check him.
We can't, though.
Why not?
Yeah,
Well, I
why not?
suppose you could, but
Got his voice.
you got his voice. Because like with insight, it's like looking at his body language and facial
Desi
expressions.
is
But you
trying
got
to
the voice.
work
You got the
out.
voice. Yeah, that's true.
Desi is trying to work out if he's all he says he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
You might have a
I
I
really
don't know
bad,
what I don't know.
skill.
I don't know what the sound quality of the blower is. You know,
Yeah, you know, is it
Fucking cat on a
it's a,
string.
you know,
is it Nokia or is it?
you know. Yeah.
It's pretty. It's like you're talking now. So, you know.
Okay.
No,
Well,
Okay.
you're-
it's perfectly valid.
Okay. So that's good enough to like. Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
telepathic. It's like a telepathic talk.
All right. Okay. Okay. So you can get tones and stuff. All right.
Yeah, you could try an insight.
Could I insight check? And I'm not necessarily trying to check if he's lying,
Mhm.
but more of is the satisfaction that he speaks of, is it in our favor or is it against us?
Yeah, the satisfaction of getting us smeared on,
Yeah,
smeared
is
onto
it
the
satisfaction
floor.
of us getting us fucked, or is it a satisfaction of
Getting Bale
Bring the
potentially smeared
demon.
onto the floor.
So you don't need to roll. But leveraging your experience of people, there's often many prices people pay and many rewards people seek. There is, if assuming all this goes well, there is a lot of reputation one can garner in these circles to be
He'd
like,
be the
you know,
guy who orchestrated Bale's downfall.
like,
Okay.
like clearly it's not only the satisfaction, but there's a lot of, at this stage, Gel is a fairly neutral party, and it's probably as close to your favor as you're going to get.
Okay.
And the more, and to an aspect, a favor you have on the line with somebody, they're likely want to just make sure that you can claim that favor. So that kind of edges it to your side as well. Even if it's just by a fraction, that can also help. So that's kind of what you're gaining from is satisfaction, playing coy.
Okay, Gail, hold on for 5. Fingers off, everyone. Does everyone take the hat off?
Yeah,
Or
but
in?
wait. When we all take it off, will the call still be going? I'm guessing.
You said wait 5 minutes, so
Okay. Yeah, we will take off.
Okay. So, favor for a dude in an evil city, probably going to be bad. But,
Well, hang on a minute. What has he actually stated that he wants? When did he say he wanted a favour?
okay,
I asked we asked what the cost was, and he said he was doing it for the satisfaction. So he hasn't
Okay,
actually
so
stated any kind of price yet.
basically, what I'm saying is, The price is the job. The job is the price. We are going to be fighting something that he has absolutely no way of dealing with.
Right, yeah.
That's good enough for him, based on what I'm seeing.
He's also
Hearing.
said we're probably going to have to pay the thief. That was what I was most interested in.
You don't always have to pay. Gel accepts favors, and
That's
favors
still a
could
payment.
help us.
We're
No, I'm
going to have
curious.
to do something in return for the thief actually giving us the thing we're going to all this trouble to get.
Yeah,
What
no,
that
well,
something is what currently I want to know.
I think Gel themselves, we don't have to worry about paying. The thief, sure, we have to pay, but I'm not too worried about that. We're still pretty. I mean, Thoradin, how much money have you got at the moment? I think we can comfortably pay off a thief enough riches to not warrant them backstabbing us.
They can
And if
still
they won't
backstab us. They take the money and run.
Well, half now, half later.
Yeah.
Also, what if they won't accept gold?
A thief doesn't accept
Then I
gold.
think, to be entirely honest, with the options we have, without us becoming murderers on the run doing illegal shit, we're probably going to have to accept the favor.
As long as it's not,
Nadia's going to pick up the tankard again and be like, hey, Gale,
Howdy.
you're doing it for the satisfaction. What's the thief going to want?
He's my hire. I'll make sure he gets paid as long as our transaction is solid. Then that is
So
all
the
you need to. What can say is like,
only thing you'll want from us in this is taking on the fight that you can't handle.
no. You asked what I get out of it. I get out satisfaction.
Okay, what do you want in payment then? If you're going to be like that.
Okay, I need to listen to this. Just put a hand on Nadia's shoulder as well, just like a breathe.
Assuming fingers all back.
Yeah,
on.
Talari's put
Yeah,
put
yeah.
a billowing
Sweet.
on.
There is currently one outstanding piece of information that would make it unfair to make any solid negotiation. And that is whether or not Bale exists here as a forms of summon or form of physical existence.
Right.
Because as you can imagine, if now we're dealing the hypothetical plane here, there is lots and lots and lots of slips and slides and edges and twos and fro's of all to be discussed in an hypothetical realm. But hypothetically, say hypothetically that Bale is a physical existence and you manage to physically kill them. That gift or that works out as a potential favor within itself. You're doing a task for me in advance as a deposit in returns of
You would like to
return of
have him out of
goods.
the way.
But say Bale is only existing in the summoning field. That brings up the temporary gains. Temporary slippage allows for more risk to the thief. And the more risk comes at a higher cost. There is lots of slippage here, and in fairness to your reputation, it is only fair to agree on our terms when there is not questions such as vital as this in the air.
That's impressively fair of you. So, how much to
What are
get
you
that
saying?
information?
I shall foot the bill on this one as a sign of good faith in terms of allowing for our future more fruitful endeavor to take place.
Anyone else feel like this is too much of a good deal? Am I just the only one?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Can you get this information, girl?
I can try. That's where most of my uncertainty lies.
How long do you want to get this information? Can you contact us without the blower?
Can we get our own blower? Is this a thing that we can just buy?
Talari, think it off.
Oh, sorry.
A
Is this
mobile
something we
blower?
can just buy? Like, why is it like this only
I
works
don't
in this
know.
room?
I really don't know. Maybe this is a thief thing. I don't know.
It seems like a very handy device.
Let's talk to, the floaty person in a minute about that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what was this?
How long do you want?
How long do I want?
Can you contact us without the blower?
I should have an inkling enough of an answer tomorrow. This is the safest way.
Can come back again tomorrow then.
We will talk on more on it then. Gel, pleasure to meet you. And I hope our business is fruitful.
I just hope so. Stay well. And Gel's presence on the other side of the blower leaves. The string goes limp.
I swear, they just like being mysterious.
No, this guy's got he's got an education in being mysterious, shady shit. It's just natural at this point, probably. Still don't like him though.
I think you're supposed to like him. I think he's supposed to come across as dodgy as shit.
I mean, it is a bit concerning.
He's a
that
great guy.
It's a bit concerning that he's literally paying everything, right? Like, it's at no cost to us.
Yeah, so
Which means,
we've
I mean,
got
but
to be
then this,
prepared that we're going into a trap, really.
well,
We're
that
risking our lives.
and he stands to gain a much more profit with bail out the window, out of the way.
Yeah, but what
Yep.
if it's two birds, one stone?
No, he wouldn't wish me ill
We
will.
kill Bale, something comes after us.
I don't know. I don't really know what defeating us would do for Gel.
I don't know either, but I don't know his life. You don't know what people he has on the line. All I'm suggesting is whenever we do plan to do this, we have a get out clause somewhere. A very, very quick one. And I'm looking at Krusk and I'm thinking maybe you've got to keep one slot, one powerful capability to teleport us the fuck out of there.
What is the
Yeah.
casting time for it, out of interest?
Let me have a look.
A minute, I think.
A minute, because it's not. Yeah, because it's not. It's what I'm pretty sure it's not one of those things you can just do in combat.
Yeah, it's 1 minute. I need to like draw the circle basically.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What do you mean you need to...
Well, I mean, maybe we could do the rug idea, and like I could draw it in advance.
Don't you need to do that for like a year before that's even...
The question is, could we supercharge Quicken spell? You know, like dump a ridiculous amount of spell sorcery points into it.
I think the permanent thing is I just have to keep
Like
using
the
my spell
receiving
slot.
end.
But I mean, I can just draw it. It's not like the markings fade, so I can just draw it. And, like,
Well, ahead
carry
of
on.
time. Do you
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know if that works, but yeah.
Prepare it? Maybe. I don't know how magic works.
How big does it need to be? I suppose we all need to fit in it, right? So
So it's a 10-foot diameter circle.
right. So it is
It's
like,
Actually, that's quite big, actually. I have to
yeah,
big rug.
that's a big rug, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking if you can
Would
get
it-
away with it in a book or something, but you can't.
Would it work now? My rug idea?
To have it partially cast, and then complete it in a second. No, you have to. It has to be all in one go.
Okay. So I can't prepare it in advance. That's fine.
Shame we
So,
can't like teleport to the house and then from the house out.
Oh, we actually could.
We can't. It has to be on the same plane. Because remember we tried that earlier. So you have to be on the same plane as the circle to teleport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
anything,
plane
going into the house
shift.
would just give them
Plane
time.
shift?
Good.
Yeah, if we
Okay,
had plane
plane
shift,
shift.
yeah. Don't
I
know if
mean,
you can learn.
I guess the backup we'd have to run far enough away that we're not in combat, and then I can quickly draw it before they come and get us.
That's not how
If
that
we're like
works.
actively in combat, I can't do
I
it.
don't think that's gonna work. I don't think Desi might be quick enough, but I don't think the rest of us are.
I mean,
Yes, it's not an MMO. Yeah, you can't just run far away to de-aggro.
I can take. I mean, I can thunder step out with one person, so I could probably get out and then teleport.
Man. At seventh level slot, I could do it, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah. Basically, if we end up in combat, we're kind of stuck. We don't really have like an easy way to get out of actual combat. It's as if like we thought we were about to get jumped, then I could do it.
So really, there's nothing like Talari. You don't have anything. Is this not like a mage bread and butter to have some kind of thing to just quickly get away? No.
Not
Oh.
really, no.
Wow. Okay.
Uh,
Fuck.
I mean,
So
even
why
those
you're
mages we thought couldn't do
complaining?
that. We beat them, right? They couldn't just
Because I
escape.
care about my friends. I'm not going to run off and leave you all. I mean, I
Or
could.
we
I'm
all
very
ride.
fast, but I'm not going to.
We could all ride. I forgot his name. Hang on. Tamarand.
What?
That's it. We could all ride Tamarand and get out of combat, and then I could
I
teleport.
don't
us.
think you could carry all of us. Maybe two of us.
He's a big dragon, but
We-
I don't think he's that big.
Let me check how big. he is.
Krusk.
Is this a large
He's-
dragon?
Same size as Ulva.
Yeah, he's only looks bigger because he's got like a long ass tail and some.
Actually,
wings.
that's a
He's
good
got the
point.
wingspan.
Could
Kru-
Ulva carry someone?
I was just thinking, Krusk, how big did your thing, how big did your circle, did you say it was had to be?
10-foot diameter.
Diameter. Oh, that's
Yeah.
alright, yeah, so it's 5 foot radius.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Mhm.
Oh no, this was a minute casting time as well. Damn it.
Yeah.
I almost had a perfect method, because a magic circle, you can cast and enemies can't enter it. Like it's like a barrier, and it's a
How-
10-foot radius. And it lasts an
Okay,
hour,
so
but that's also got a minute casting time. So,
okay.
oh, that'd have been perfect. That'd have been such a great combo. But never mind.
Well, you say that. We're only trying to draw them out. Does the minute you use this magic circle, does it activate immediately, or can you activate it after you've done it?
Oh, does it have a duration on it? Good. That's interesting.
We said last an hour.
Oh, the circle, yeah, but then. Oh, suppose, yeah, the circle does. Yeah, and it's not concentration either.
So if you were to create it just before we announced ourselves or got his attention or whatever we plan on doing,
Hmm.
we could keep that as a sanctuary point,
And run back and then cast
run
it.
back, allow Krusk to draw his pretty pictures to teleport us out of there.
It's a good idea.
I
As
mean,
long as we don't
it would only stop Bale. Not, I mean, because I can say, fiends, for example, can't enter it. But if obviously any soldiers decided to turn up,
It's okay. I mean, we can dispose of the soldiers within the hour and then teleport out, and Bell can just stay outside.
but yes,
That's true. The main person we'd need to protect is Krusk
true.
while he draws things.
I've got like Tamarand and something else that you haven't seen yet, which can help me.
Why are
mean,
you being
should
so
we-
cryptic? Why don't
Yeah,
you just...
why don't you just tell us what it is? We need to make
Maybe.
the plans.
No,
I
guys,
kind of
guys,
thought-
guys. No. Don't. He's finally got the hang of not airing all of his secrets.
Oh, no,
across.
that's
But this
true,
is part of
that's true.
strategy, though. We need to know what it
He's
is.
fine.
No, but
Hang.
Nadia's right.
are
To be
we-
honest,
are we in
we
the
shouldn't
house?
really be
Secret club.
talking about this in the middle of this room.
Yeah.
I mean,
good
really,
enough.
I haven't thought of a name for him yet, so that's why I was going to wait.
Have you got another thing you can summon, Krusk?
Might do.
How many?
Actually,
summonable-
guys,
Go in the
quick
house.
time out. We're literally in a room
uh,
made for like quickly
gathering-
giving secrets, hosted by a person who keeps secrets, and we're just giving away all our moves right now. Should we
Back to
can
the
we go
house.
to the house maybe? Just to
I mean,
like,
I
that makes
thought this
sense.
room was supposed to be all secure and stuff.
well, yeah, I'm not saying it's not secure, but I don't know, if I was someone who was like trying to get secrets of everything, wouldn't you give a secure room and then maybe put something to listen in? Don't know why I'm air quoting that
I
bit,
don't know
but
why you're doing little funny hand gestures either.
Is your friend
Possibly.
still on hold, by the way, Thoradin? Is he just been waiting for us?
No,
No, no,
fucked
he's
off.
gone. He went.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah. If it was in
Uh,
this room, we should probably go to the house.
Possibly, but also if I was somebody who part of my job was to set up like secure thingy-majigs, would probably actually want that to be the case, because I can imagine if somebody found out you'd been nicking their secrets and something like this, then they would come after you very angrily and probably with a lot of pointy objects.
I guess it depends how confident they are that no one would find out, or are they so afraid that someone would find out they wouldn't do it.
Just saying.
It's probably just safer to go to the house.
Yeah.
Oh,
At
yeah.
least we know
Also,
it's
the longer
secure.
longer we're in here, the more we get charged, right?
Oh yeah, shit.
Up
Already
to
did
Yeah, it was
no,
only an hour.
20
So-
gold for an hour. We definitely haven't been here for an hour.
That's true. Maybe half hour.
I kind
Right,
of want
we
to tell you now
wanted
that I
to-
can summon.
Maybe
no,
40
no.
Just
minutes.
do it in the
Every
house,
time
Krusk,
the
and you can even
names
summon it in
we're
the
waiting.
house.
We're waiting until we get back. Aren't we going to go and talk to the damn Helm priest?
Yes,
before
we'll
we
talk
go?
to
yes,
the Helm
let's do
Priest
that.
first, and then we can strategize later.
Then you can
Yeah.
go back, and then you can strategize to your heart's content and show off all your fancy tricks, Krusk.
Well, I can't actually bring him out because I have to wait a week in between
You can-
bringing him out.
A
You
week?
can tell us.
Don't just. Yeah, no. Nadia's right.
can-
Let's
that
just
you
go
can
talk
just
to the
tell
Helm
us.
Priest.
You can draw us a picture, Krusk.
You can chat to us about it.
Oh, I'm gonna draw a picture on paint while you guys are doing that.
Yes.
Oh no!
I love Krusk. He's such a child sometimes.
Love it.
What is this paint you speak of? Is that what you call your dream journal?
I'm just gonna
Nah,
draw it
man,
in
that's
my
Google.
dream journal.
Google Docs.
Oh. Okay, I remember this. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. So you all leave the Broken Mangonel, give you all your nods to Ethereum. Ethereum gives all your nods back, and off you go.
Oh,
to...
before we go, Ethereum, quick question, really, really quick. Where did you get the blower? Like, could we purchase one?
just gives you flat
Take it
stairs.
on the street.
I feel like there's a more polite way to give your service. I'm just saying, you know?
I'm afraid that is trade secrets.
Right. Okay, that's fine. You know, customer, service. Just
He doesn't want to tell you. He doesn't want to tell you.
no. That's fine. I'm just saying, there's a way to deliver that information, right?
If you want the service, you buy the service. If you don't want the service, you don't buy the service. Simple as that.
Okay.
Oh, you do, or you don't. And I'm the one to get it. So. Good.
Okay. What's your name again? Just
Miriam Purplewind.
right. Write it down angrily in my dream journal.
So, stomping, striding, skipping, billowing, you make your way to the church of
Just
Helm.
before we go in, I'm gonna get the group. I'm gonna hold up my dream journal and be like, this is what I can summon. It's just ending.
Oh my word!
What is that
Hold on, what?
nose?
Wait, where? Where is it happening?
Wow.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, see, do you see?
To be fair, you could just show them the actual item.
Oh yeah. I mean, does anyone get it from the drawing? First of
It
all?
looks like an elephant. Oh, see, it definitely looks like an elephant.
Oh,
It
that's
is
like
an
pig.
elephant. No, it's an elephant.
I don't know.
Oh, please, Cross, get an elephant.
I'll take out a marble statue of an elephant.
I'm just gonna look
Oh
at the
my
picture,
word.
look at the statue, look at the picture, and just go look at Krusk and just like, I have no words.
I mean, that's not gonna fit any. Like, how is it? The size, or is it
I
smaller?
think it gets bigger.
The figurine.
Oh, it's small.
I think it gets bigger when he summons it.
Oh. Okay.
It's like a mammoth or something, right?
So are you gonna ride on this as well as Tamarand, or the
Put
Tamarand
the
ride
same
on it?
side.
Will Tamarand pick this up? How big does it get?
I've never used the statue, so I don't know.
Well, don't do it here.
Where
Trying
did
to
you
save
even
me.
get this statue from?
I bought it at some point. I can't remember when. I was talking to Matt about it. I just bought it
Have
randomly.
you had this statue in your damn back pocket all this time?
Quite a while, yeah. We've never needed it, and it's a 7-day cooldown.
Did we
so-
have this when we were fighting all those demons?
No. I would have used it then. It was
Okay,
after.
okay. That doesn't make that's not as bad.
It was after I got. Oh no, I had the dragon then, but yeah, I definitely didn't have this then. I think I bought it when we went back to Mistra.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Wait,
Had it a
this
while.
marble statue is about 4 inches high and long. It can become an elephant for up to 24 hours. Once it has been used, it can't be used again until 7 days has passed. When did you use this if you can't use it again for a week?
Then I can use it now, but I
To
don't want
show
to use
you.
it, then I wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay,
Yeah.
great. Because in my head I was like, I have not seen an elephant just randomly pop out of nowhere.
An elephant is classified as huge, by the way, so it's actually bigger than Temerand.
What if I ride the elephant
Yeah, it's huge.
and you ride the dragon?
Do
I
wanna
blow the
ride-
horn of Valhalla. We have the
Yeah, but summon up
Only-
the elephant.
reinforcements.
Only if you come up with
Thoradin
a
can
name
play
for
the
it, then.
horn, and then all the barbarians or whatever they're called can ride the damn elephant into battle.
Only if you come up with a name for it, then you can ride it. I'm still pick your horn.
Krusk can summon an elephant, it turns out.
He's quite strong, actually. Yeah.
Dumbo.
This is-
He's a goddamn elephant.
Alright,
That's
Thoradin,
not
you're
very.
not
That's not very nice.
No, come on.
Don't insinuate the
say?
intelligence of the animal.
Yeah.
I don't like animals.
Yeah.
I think you can tell.
What did you say?
He said
Dumbo.
Dumbo, which
Oh,
Thoradin's now banned from riding the elephant.
certainly banned from
Can't touch the
naming the
elephant.
elephant.
Yeah.
I don't know what you should call your elephant, Krusk.
I think I need to see him, and then I'll think of a name. When we're in trouble, I'll think of one.
Wow.
You do your best thinking under pressure, don't you, Krusk?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we can look forward to that later.
At least Krusk has shown it to us.
Yeah, I was gonna be surprised, but since
He's
we're on
shown it
the
to yeah, but Krusk, the battlefield is not a good place for surprises.
topic.
Yeah, no, we would attack your elephant like out of random fear.
Surprise. Yeah. The battlefield, not a good place for surprises. Like, that's definitely a thing. Right. Let's go and see if we can find the High Priest to help.
I wonder if you could like feed it that big potion.
Oh,
Make it
Oh,
massive.
that'd be amazing.
Look
Oh,
at
God.
Matt's face.
A gargantuan.
Gargantuan elephant.
How big is Gargantuan? Like 30 foot or something?
It's
Fucking
ridiculous. Yeah, it's like
It's
20. I think it's
so
25 by
big.
25. I think.
Yeah, it takes up
Wow.
25 by 25, but it's meant to be just anything beyond that as well.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true. Yeah.
It's a bit annoying, really, because you can get Gargantuan 25 by 25, and then Gargantuan is also 100 foot by 50 foot. It's a bit.
I
Mm.
think Matt should
Yeah.
make the elephant 100 foot big.
We could destroy
Need-
town.
I need to get an elephant token.
That's what Matt's gotten out of this ridiculous debate.
Gotta get an elephant token.
That's,
If you guys are
That's the
interested,
job done.
if you haven't clicked on Matt's link, there's different types of statue, but I got the elephant one.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
looking. The
know.
goats are
What's-
mad.
Which one, sorry?
So
The
figurine
goats
of
are great.
figurine of wondrous power. That's the item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me have a look at the goats.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they are.
Ooh.
They're useful. But the elephant's just like stronger.
Yeah, the elephant's just the beast.
Yeah.
Although you can get a nightmare.
Always
Like,
good.
that's pretty fucking sick.
That's pretty cool.
I would have, but yeah, it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's very rare that is. So yeah, that'd have been
Mm.
quite pricey. Well, okay.
Now you know.
We're definitely we're just developing our own small army. You know.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say the
Menagerie.
combat is just gonna be ridiculous. Matt's gonna have a
The
have a
DM's,
fit.
it's a
Like
DM
a
nightmare,
turn
right? It's a
order.
DM nightmare if there's still a party amassing a mental amount of tokens and
That's right.
turns in the.
Turn order.
Yeah, the
40
turn order,
yards
yeah.
long,
And
Yeah.
the funny thing is, the figurine doesn't need attunement, I don't think. So we could all just buy loads of figurines and just keep using.
Oh my
them.
god, could you imagine?
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
it's basically turning it into Pokemon now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I choose you.
For reference, that elephant figurine costs 4,875 gold,
Yeah.
and
That
each one
is-
has a potentially different price.
That
That
true, yeah.
is why you couldn't afford to buy that goddamn kitty collar.
Yeah, that's why I'm broke. Yeah, I have 70 gold left. That's
It's
it.
because you
He's
keep
been
going
purchasing
around
a lot
buying
of
random
things,
ass magical items.
You
I've
got the
also
Ring
got-
of Spell storing at the same time.
I was to say, yeah, which is I also haven't used yet, but Tamarand is stored
And-
in there.
Tamarind is stored in there. You're turning this into Pokemon hats.
Yeah, I kind of want to get more figurines and stuff, but
And then you need to get yourself a red and white baseball cap.
So,
Matt attempts to get the campaign back
let's,
on
let's,
track.
let's keep this ball rolling, shall we?
Sorry.
So you head into the Church of Helm, and you ask around the different Helm priests, all robed in blue, whether or not you can speak to the actual priest of Helm, the High Priest of Helm.
Mhm.
After about, you get asked to wait a few times. How long would you be willing to wait to speak to the High Priest of Helm? Hypothetically, not necessarily going to be waiting this long, but how long would you say too long as you'd get bored or want to go somewhere else? An hour, 2 hours, 3
We all
hours.
answer individually
I'd
because I have a
say-
feeling our patience
Yeah,
levels are
I
very,
would say
very
Talari.
different.
That's true. Yeah, Talari would probably be 2 hours, right? I think 2 hours.
I'd wait. Desi would wait 4. Very patient lady.
Negotiators.
I reckon it's one of those ones where one of you loses patience, you'll all lose patience,
It'd be
kind of
like
thing.
10
Um,
minutes.
No, you've got to wait longer than that.
Let's balance
he'll
out.
like
Two,
start
2 hours.
pacing
2
around.
hours in the middle.
But so would you all be willing to wait up to 2 hours to speak to the High Priest of Helm?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
give
that sounds
Thoradin a
fine.
toy to play with while he
I was
waits.
gonna say if I could go out and get a drink or like get some
I don't think you
food
can
and then
drink
come
in here.
back.
You can't be coming back with a
Probably
pint.
not, yeah.
If you take a ticket and you come back and say, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool,
Nadia's happy to
I'd go
wait.
with Thoradin if he went off somewhere. That's a long time.
sure, that's fine.
Nadia's happy to wait.
Cool. Not saying you're waiting long, but I think it's fair to establish how the maximum time. Cool. So, you get asked to wait a couple times, and eventually, one of the priests of Helm asks you to follow them. So, they are free now if you're willing to come with us or me.
Okay.
Excellent. Nadia will get up.
So, you follow along.
And she just pulled herself on the floor.
So you all follow the Helm priest, and the way they take you is they take you up lots of steps. It looks like they're taking you to basically the highest point in the church, or the temple. And when you get up to the top, it's basically like an office, but it allows for like a panoramic view of the whole city. And basically, there's very few pillars of stone. There's as much glass in this room as possible to allow in for as much light and as much visibility over the entire, as much of the city as the tower allows. Inside the tower itself, the tower room itself, is a small desk with chair and a half-orc female sitting, writing on the desk, looking very diligently at their task. When you finally come up, and it's been a few hours now, so it's closer to midday. By the time you've spoken to Gail, waited around to come and now speak to the High Priest of Helm. So you come up about midday. It's a fairly clear day, quite a nice blue sky, and there is a sense of warmth in this room. Normally, you in your own practices, having a lot of windows means a lot of cold, especially this time of year. This room is what feels to be magically warm.
Oh.
Like it's like there's an artificial sense to the temperature here, where you're expecting to give yourself a little shiver, potentially feel the wind through the ill-fitting potentially nature of the glass. But there is no draft. It is a perfectly nice, warm temperature, quite quite pleasant, relatively speaking. But it's a bit of a weird scenario, weird situation potentially for you to go in expecting a bit colder. Yeah, so that sat at their desk, writing diligently away. The Helm priest, coming up with you, introduces you all as, Mom, this is the JC here to speak with you on a matter they deemed only you could answer to. They nod. The high priest nods in acknowledgement and continues writing. It seems like they looks to the near the end of their point, and the priest bows and goes back down. After about the high priest waves to the collection of seats of assorted heights, widths, and comfiness potentially, depending on what your style wants is, for you all to sit if you wish to sit. Who wishes to sit?
Yeah,
Yep,
Nadia
Krusk
will
will sit.
probably
Yeah.
sit.
Happy to sit.
Talari, so
Cool. So the high priest, after about a minute or so, eventually comes to a final flourish. Stop. Pen goes back into the ink holder. They shuffle up the papers together, put it to one side, arms facing you all. I'm very sorry about keeping you waiting. I am Cole, High Priest of Helm here. How may I be of service to you all?
What's the easiest way to put this? I know your god is aware that something's fucking with the balance of the world. Are you?
I'm sorry. In what way?
Name's Nadia, by the way.
Maybe we should introduce ourselves a little bit more clearly for a moment. Just to put that out there.
I'm Talari.
My name is Deszeldmiir.
Already.
Introduce yourselves.
Oh, I'm Krusk. I'm from the JC.
Hello, all. In what way? Sorry, the throwing balance of the realm. That's a rather broad question. It's
It's a rather broad subject, yes.
hmm. I I guess from a very general sense, there's always an element of factions wanting to throw the realm off balance. That's always been the case.
How about like a sort of a more like an influx of demons, for example?
Well, there's I'd say there's been no more than usual demons coming through here. Not that I've been aware of.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, Helm is a slightly different scenario, but you know, just the realm in general, and you know, maybe some of the evil gods, maybe exerting themselves or enforcing themselves a little bit, more than usual, more than they should.
Well, if you ask the good people, quote unquote, they'll say the evil are pushing their influence too much. If you ask the evil, they'll say that the good are off showing their influence too much. Then
And if
you
you
hear
ask
that
the
back and
neutral
forth.
people,
You hear that back and forth enough times, you kind of get annoyed at them all, and everything kind of looks in balance.
and if you ask the neutral people,
It looks a lot like a lot. A lot like a lot of evil. Looks like a lot of good. It kind of cancels itself out into the melting pot of a lot of good and evil going around. To balance itself out, kind of evenly, give or take.
I mean, we kind of
so in short words, no, you're not. That's fine. I can try to explain.
Were you happy explaining? Do you want some tidbits?
Do you want to explain?
I'm just giving you the option. Happy for you to explain.
I ain't very good at it, but I can try.
I think just try start
This
from the
was my
beginning.
idea.
Go for it.
Let's have it.
So this isn't something we tell a lot of people because it does make people freak out. And if the wrong people knew, then we'd probably do ourselves quite a lot of harm. But a couple of months ago, came out that Bane was fiddling around with Tyr's ascendancy. Or
Okay.
rather, Cyric was fiddling around with Tyr's ascendancy at the behest of Bane. We discovered that after. The trouble was, is there was no direct evidence, so Tyr is the one who got it in the neck. Because it looked
Yes.
like he was interfering. He was interfering, but only to try and counteract the effects of somebody else interfering.
Common outcry of the good. Carry on.
Nevertheless, well, that interference is still going on. It's not just Tyr.
Okay.
The trouble being is we still don't have any direct evidence. We've got a certain amount of hearsay. We've got a certain amount of things we've seen and heard and come up against and had done to us and so on and so forth. We don't have direct evidence. However, we do have a whole pile of things that add up to really concerning, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
At one point during my journey, Helm himself turned up to ask me to stand by him to help, defend the realm in general. I turned him down because I'd already had somebody else ask me, and I had agreed to help them. But
Mhm.
that led me to hope that you would be an ally in this.
Okay. I'm going to make some assumptions. The first being that them, you don't want disinformation to be out to as the followers of Bane, Cyric, and any such ally.
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna
I don't want you to tell Bane. I definitely don't want you to tell Bane or his followers or
To be fair,
Cyric's
he
followers.
hates us, but
the them you are alluding to as to not wanting this information to get out.
Probably yes. I mean, Bane already knows we're trying to kick him in the teeth, so damage control, I guess.
Okay. And you're saying Helm contacted you, asked for some aid and assistance.
Yep.
And okay. That's good to know. And
Go and ask him if you like.
you're Nadia, is that correct? Nadia? That's the
Yes.
name? Yes. Okay. This if you're happy verify, I would very much like to verify.
Yeah, go and ask him.
Thank you. Okay.
I wouldn't make a claim like that to the High Priest of Helm if I were lying.
It's a bold statement, that's for sure.
You wouldn't believe the number of gods I've had try to get me on side in the last 2 months.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Okay. Assuming Helm has reached out to you,
Mhm.
and assuming that is correct that you denied Helm, I'm sure that is a conversation that Helm wouldn't necessarily forget anytime soon.
I hope not.
I'm assuming if those things are true, then you are on a dangerous path, one that could be deadly to all who walk it.
Oh yes.
Is
Which
it a
is one
path?
reason I want allies.
Is it a path you're willing to take to all ends?
I may have turned Helm down, but I don't necessarily disagree with him. The realm does need guarding.
Was that a sentiment shared with all of you?
I mean, I live there.
We're the JC, so we fight for justice everywhere.
Yep, what he said.
Nothing's more important to us. Not even God.
The god.
Thoradin
God.
remains suspiciously silent.
And are you all willing to take it to the very end,
That sounds.
if necessary?
I mean, that sounds
If
very
that's the
ominous.
price.
You're gonna need to like specify what that means. I mean, end of what exactly?
End of us.
End of the
Yes.
path.
End of.
Yes.
Well, yes. I don't plan on dying.
Victory at all costs.
I don't,
Justice at all costs.
well, I don't plan on dying.
Few people do.
Okay. You can consider me an ally, assuming what you've said is true. You can
I
consider
certainly
me an ally.
wholeheartedly believe it. If you have questions for my absolutely awful explanation, feel free to ask them.
What do you require of an ally at this time?
Mostly at the moment, the knowledge that we're not the only ones who are aware of this, and if we do all get shanked, perhaps somebody else will start walking the path behind us. Because at the moment, there are 5 of us, and we're very good, but there are limits.
I mean, if you've got anything you could give us, that'd be cool as well. Figurines, something like that.
Krusk has got a little figurine, and he's decided it's the best thing ever.
But yeah, I mean, to a lesser extent,
Potentially at some point,
anything to aid us.
sanctuary or aid.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the knowledge that you were aware was what I wanted, at least.
I don't know. I mean, if you think it's a big deal, if there's anything you could spare, you must have some resources.
I mean, any kind of. I mean, like I said, we are bound to face demons in our path, and Helm is the god of protection. If you have any means to aid us in the form of protection against our foes, it would certainly help towards our goal. I have the Book of Demons that some of your soldiers gave me. That was very useful. Has proven to save our life more than once.
This is true.
I'm glad you find its writings useful. Okay. I will need some time to verify, for the sake of clarity.
Right? Makes sense.
But if all aligns how it's laid out here, I can offer some help.
Nice.
We have other allies which we'll be hearing from tomorrow, so we'll certainly be around tomorrow, if that's long enough for you.
As for the nature of gods, who knows? But I can.
If it does take longer, because is there a way to for us to communicate with you without having to come here, or saves you time, saves us time?
If there is nothing by tomorrow, then I will try and set up such means.
Very well.
But for the interim, I think it is safer to keep it as it is.
Okay. Cool.
But you've certainly captured my attention.
Well, we'll
And
if we turn up same time tomorrow, hopefully we won't have to wait as long as as we did. That was quite a long time. So hopefully we can
It's not a big deal.
it is the nature of things sometimes, I'm afraid. But
They've got a whole city to run.
Should we book an appointment then? Like a time slot? So we're not like just sitting downstairs for a long period of time?
No, I'll make aware. I'll make aware my priests so that if all is well, then you will be allowed to interrupt proceedings.
Thank you.
Matt.
Hello.
Nadia is now curious. Divine
Mhm.
sense. I want to see if this priest tastes like Helm. I'm not actually going to go and lick them.
I want to see if this priest tastes like hell. Best
You guys taste
sentence
like
ever.
you guys taste like Bahamut now.
I'm all in.
Sorry, Matt.
I'm trying. So, as you pierce as you try to sense the intentions, say, of the people in your vicinity, you get the familiar vibes of your allies around you,
They taste like
and
Bahamut.
they give off the similar vibes of Bahamut, the similar smell, somewhat slightly smells, the vague taste, as it were, similar glow, so a slight bluish haze, as it were, so on and so forth.
Although that said, given that those two taste like Bahamut, does Talari like ping of?
Tastes
Oh,
like
what's that
death.
bloody name?
Kalimvor.
Kelevmore, yeah.
It's like
death.
dead.
Tastes like death. Dead. Sorry, tastes like
The dead.
the dead. Tastes like rotting flesh.
Something
No.
you wouldn't want to lick.
No,
Yeah.
it's not of the dying.
The dead. So
Uh,
bones.
Dead.
Bones with worms in it.
So,
Bones with
No.
worms in it. That's oddly specific.
Talari smells like a certain practicality, a certain formality of incense
Smells
and
big.
candle smoke.
Awesome.
A little bit of ink on parchment paper, of structure, formality. I think is the sense of Talari. Of Thoradin, as the question will no doubt be asked around. Thoradin,
Pudding doesn't taste like God.
Thoradin has hints, I guess, of God. It's like there's like lemon zest. There's there's an essence there that gives off what should be like lemon, but isn't fully lemon. Like there isn't a full commitment either one way or another, or anything like that. Any like it's very much of a very weak scented candle.
Like lemon, like what, like lemon scented water, kind of thing.
Like there's a that should be there is a somewhat flavor there, but it's faint and it's somewhat good, somewhat a bit bad. There's a lot to unpack potentially the further you try to perceive, but ultimately there's an essence of some good there, at least in Thoradin's aspect. But the priest of Helm, she
Well, before you do that, actually, Nadia must smell of something, like smelling herself, right?
Can Nadia sense herself? I think it
That-
only goes off on everybody in my.
No? Do you
No,
not
it's
smell
like-
yourself?
well, it's like so. Oh, well, you can smell Ulva.
I already know what I am, so surely I wouldn't need to ping myself.
So it's
Yeah, no, Ulva smells like grass.
So yeah, so if you're if it's like
I mentioned last time.
it's like a scent you always smell, right? So your nose gets blind. Goes nose blind,
Mm.
right?
Yep. You don't know what you actually smell like because you were smelling it all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the Nadia essence.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
The sense of Helm, the sense of Helm that you gather, or at least what you expect to be Helm, on Cottle, is that of sweat, of a hard of like a hard worked time of like good effort put in, like the sweat of a hard day's labor outside. It's slightly coppery in smell of like somewhat of blood, of the somewhat the metallic taste of like steel, of like if you've got like a rusty spoon, like very like if you put like or put like a penny in your mouth when you're a kid, like there's a very like distinct, somewhat metallic taste there of Helm, I would say.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Helm. It's very much it's not, so like, it's for how you perceive. It's not a good smell necessarily, but it's not evil either. It's not like something
Yeah.
rotten or anything. It's like a chore. You're like, you think, okay, it's worthwhile doing, but I don't want to do it right now. Yeah, that's Helm, I would say.
The priest does taste like Helm then.
What you expect to, yes, because it's only from how your mind perceives the divine sense.
Hey, they taste of something.
Say something that you think should be Helm. It's only that they smell like Deszeldmiir and Krusk have Bahamut senses because you've been and seen Bahamut.
I know
And
what Bahamut looks like.
yeah,
Yeah.
you've had the direct intensity of Bahamut, so
Yeah,
their flavorings.
right up in my face.
You've
My
you've yet,
apologies for
yeah.
like derailing everything for 5 whole minutes with that. I didn't think it would take that long.
It's all right. It's fine.
Interesting.
But
Curious.
yes, High Priest does taste of Helm.
Yeah, why not explore these fun things? So yeah, anyway, so that is what you perceive in your divine sense. Is there anything else you wish to say or do with High Priest of Helm?
Nah. Hopefully
Cool.
she won't have too much trouble getting hold of him.
You can hope. So you'll back your way down to the city. The rest of the afternoon is yours. What would you like to do?
I mean, Talari would probably plan on going back to the market, trying to sort out this biscuit base. You know, trying to figure out.
those biscuits.
Yeah, of course, this is her thing now. We don't need to RP it. Don't worry about it, because I kind of know what the next step's going to be. But that's what.
Slimy. Slimy biscuit base.
Too hard this time. She's going to overshoot it. But yeah, it's but yeah, she's going to go and research that basically. If no one else
Sure.
plans on doing anything else.
Nadia, when we come out there, is going to do that whole like thing that you do when you've done something that was like difficult. Like, well, that went better than I hoped.
At least we have an ally now. One other one at least. It's what, the second, third High Priest under our belts?
That's the idea.
And you know,
That's the idea.
and so having the people of protection again on our side could prove quite handy. Let's just hope that they'll be able to, you know, assist us effectively. It's all well and good calling for soldiers or reinforcements, but if it takes them a while, it's not really a lot of good to us.
Better than nothing.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll be able to give us a dedicated person to follow us. But then, you know, too many makes it a lot harder to move around.
I think this counts as discussing our affairs in the middle of the street. Let's not do it.
Oh yes. I mean, is there really much more to discuss? We want to talk
saying.
about both things, don't we? So
I'm just saying, this feels like discussing our affairs in the middle of the street. Let's not do it.
Smart.
Let's go to the market or whatever you're going to do to look for biscuits.
yeah, we can discuss it tonight after people have processed.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. Anything else anyone wishes to do before you'll head back to your interplanar home?
Not in particular. I'll
Does
just tag along with
Nadia
someone.
have a rope?
I think
Hang on, I've
she
just
does.
got to check my inventory.
It's, if you don't, I'm happy to say you do.
I do, to be fair. She's probably going to see if she can acquire another one, because he has something very specific she wants to do with it.
Okay.
And this one's for like climbing up cliffs or whatever, and so she wants like one that isn't for climbing up cliffs.
You want a silk rope?
No, that's not what she wants it for either. She definitely still wants a hemp rope. She's just
Okay.
going to turn it into something you can't use to climb a cliff. She's
Sure.
going to turn it into a dog toy.
Hmm.
Uh,
How would that work? Would you like make it harder? I guess.
You double it up and put big knots at either end, and then you've got something you play tug of war with.
Right.
Fun.
That must be entertaining, doing against a like a large dire wolf.
That's the plan.
Yeah, how much is a rope?
Both Nadia and Olv require a certain amount of physical enrichment, and this is a good way for them both to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a hempen, 50 feet hempen rope is a gold, so it's
Awesome. I will get another thing.
But yeah, well, you and Ulva are at the same sort of strength as well, so that actually works out quite well.
Uh-huh. Oh, shit. Is there a dog toy? No.
like if you want a dog toy, there can be dog. There are likely pet toys in the marketplace.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's easier to buy a rope and make one. I was just wondering if there was one in the standard inventory.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not a
Sadly,
But you could you could get like a rope and then rename it as dog toy.
Yeah, you could do anything with that.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I could get a rope and rename it as a dog toy.
Yeah.
You're so clever. Be nice to me. I'm ill.
Yeah,
Don't tell him too often. You'll
yeah, exactly. I don't-
will benefit through doors.
Exactly. Yeah, might need a bigger pillow.
Cool. So after your shopping, you make it all back into your interplanar home, where next time on the Ascendant Lands, you guys can hash out what line you want to draw for Gel to try and eke out of you in terms of favors or money. You can discuss what nature of ally and gifts you can try and request from your new potential friend of Cole. And if Arg is indeed speedy to Nathaniel, then you can actually get some answers as to potentially who is this person who is creating these circles for Bane, or not Bane, you know. Until next time on the Ascendant Lands.